was just gonna I was just gonna add on that a little thing, like as you're talking about the uh younger group, that like more people, I guess 17 or younger, are like getting really involved. At least for me personally, I see in social media people just maybe they're 12 or 10 posting on their like stories that like, hey, you voting? And it's very interesting because it then like it makes me wonder that as these elections keep going on, about, I guess, like when it comes to voting, smart, like being more researched and well prepared when going into the voting, not voting process, I guess. I don't know, going like, I don't know the term for it. I just like being more involved politically. And I guess I was gonna ask, like, what are your thoughts on that? Personally, for me, with a younger brother, my family will be able to talk about political ideas, and I think about how that's important for him when in the next election he'll be able to vote as well. So that was just kind of like, that was just a thought I had, because I thought that was that's pretty interesting that with social media and everything, people are getting more engaged, but there are many flaws to that as well, and that's like kind of being shaped by recent events that we've seen. So yeah, that was my thought.
I just wanted to add on to that, Charlize, about the younger generation. I find it kind of funny, very coincidental, because my younger brother, he's not into politics, but a lot of people he follows on like on his Instagram and Snapchat, he sees it all the time. That the younger generation, like people he's a sophomore in high school, but he sees people like people in his grade being very politically active, having an opinion, telling people to turn out to vote. I thought that was pretty cool, like, because when I could say that say this, because when I was at that when I was a sophomore, I didn't really care. Like I didn't really have, it's not like I didn't care, it's more I didn't have an opinion. Like I wasn't knowledgeable about this. So to me it wasn't like I couldn't vote, I didn't have the knowledge for it. Why does this affect me? But when I took government, I was like, this really does affect me, and I have the power to vote, and showing that my vote can matter. And like every vote does matter, even though it's like you think you're one person can make a difference. You could tell people, because you turn out voting, it's not just yourself. You could convince maybe your brother, your uncle, someone you know to vote, and those votes could add up. It could go from 1 to 2 to how many? You know, it's not just, it starts at 1, but it could grow.
Yeah, definitely. The attitude. I was gonna like see, we're like, I'll add on to that. That the attitude towards what it really means to vote and the power. I feel like that's definitely changed. I will say the same. Until I took government class senior year, I really didn't care about it, but I understood that the stigma of that your voice is only like one out of millions can really influence a group of people, like a majority of certain states or certain counties, that really can change the results. And people don't realize that when they think like themselves personally that, oh, my vote doesn't matter, who else is thinking that? Who else is feeling the same way? And why are you in that group of people feeling that way? Because if that's a pattern, then that shows that like your voice does matter. Because once you start changing your attitude, or like, you know, when you're able to help people, I guess, see what it really means to vote, that can change a lot of people's voices. That can make them like realize that my voice does really matter. And that's the shift. That's the shift. I feel like that's been happening this election, that a lot of people are seeing through social media and through their peers, that my voice does matter because things are happening, and that if I don't say anything, that then I guess things will change. That, I mean, not things would, things will happen without your voice being put into it, and that is an issue I think that people are realizing. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.